Hello, my name's Kevin Delaney. I'm head professional here at the Theydon Boys Golf Club. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be looking at the new Callaway Mavrik irons. Remember guys, if you like what you see, please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so that you know when these things are going live, give it the thumbs up, and please feel free to leave any comments down below. Right, so a couple of days ago we reviewed the Callaway Mavrik driver, which I really liked. We've also got the Mavrik irons here. So they've got three irons. So I've got the Pro one, the normal one, and then the Max. Pro Series 1 is obviously the lowest offset, probably better players type club, and the normal one, which is for the majority of golfers, and then the Max being the most forgiving golf club. What we're going to focus on today is the standard one and the Max. We're going to take them out and hit a few shots and see how they perform. Now there's a couple of sort of things that these clubs have got. These are going to be to replace the Callaway Rogue irons from a couple of years ago. So last year they brought out the Apex irons and the Big Bertha irons, so they're not going to replace them, but these are to replace the Rogue irons. Now the key features that these clubs have got, they've got obviously they're cast clubs, they've got the bit of tungsten in there for controlling the weight distribution, and urethane as a sound dampener. So much as they're a cast club, they're going to feel very much more forged like. And one of the key differences is, and the sort of main selling point about these clubs is that they've brought the flash face technology that you saw on the Epic Flash from last year, and this is the first time that they've put it into the irons. So what they've done is, like with the driver, the Epic Flash, and then the Mavrik driver that they've done, it's got the face on it that is, it's almost like a sort of ripple effect from on the club face, so that it has different areas that make certain parts of the club a little bit more forgiving, so therefore making it a little bit more consistent so that your off-centre shots go straighter. And they brought that technology into the irons. So what they've done is, and then so each club head has got a different club face depending on the characteristics of the club that matter. So if it's the lower clubs, so your sort of wedges and your most lofted options, you know, spin characteristics are what you're looking for, so to give it a little bit of control, so that those club faces are going to spin a little bit more, and then the longer the clubs get, the more forgiving that they are. So when you get into the sort of 5 and 4 iron, that those clubs are going to be that bit more forgiving. So I'll be interested to hit these and see how they perform. We've got a couple of 7 irons that we're going to take out now. The 7 iron, it's worth saying, is I'm anticipating that this could be going quite long, because looking at the specs on them, the standard 7 iron is set at 27 degrees. Now that is strong. Even in sort of modern terms, a lot of golf clubs are tending to get that bit stronger, and this is definitely one of them. Like 27 degrees is strong. When I was doing sort of my PGA training a long time ago now, 7 iron would be set at about 35 degrees. If I look at an old set of clubs that I would have used, a set of old Mizuno TP9s, a 7 iron then was at 36 degrees. So this is 27. The 9 iron in this set is at is 36 degree. That's more or less like I say, an old 7 iron. So these clubs should go that little bit longer. Yeah, we're going to take these out and try them. Because of the recent weather, we're not going to be able to take these on the golf course because it's a little bit too wet at the moment. So we're going to take these inside and put them on the machine and yeah, see how they perform. Right, so the British winter being what it is, we're going to have to do this inside today because the weather is pretty bad. Right, so we're inside. We're going to start with the Mavrik, the standard one. So if I'll give you a nice, try and bring that in, I'll get some better close-up shots of that. But this is the standard one. So like I say, it's 27 degrees. We're going to test this with some Pro V1s on the TrackMan to see what sort of numbers come out like. Right, so first one. Nice and straight one to start with, and we are right. Spin rate is roughly where I want that. You know, that's sort of one total distance 175 there with a 7 iron. Now that's a little bit, possibly a little bit up on where I normally hit it, and I don't think, yeah, I was a little bit. Club speed was a little bit down as well, so it's not the best shot up there. That's it. Right, so we've got this in the elevate stiff shaft. Club speed up there. So again, you know, getting up to sort of total distance 175. I'd say, you know, that's nearly 10 yards further than what I'd hit my 7 iron. Yeah, a little bit low that one. Total distance 199. Oh, glitch. I think that one's got to be a glitch. Total distance 199. You know, 186 total distance there. I mean, the club feels really nice. For me, it's got quite a bit of offset. There's quite a bit of offset on there, and I know that this isn't the Pro Series option that we're hitting, but I personally prefer to see something where the leading edge isn't quite sitting that far back. But it's very easy to hit. I mean, you know, it's quite a thick top line, which is pretty standard for Callaways. I mean, for me, looking down on the club, it's very reminiscent of the sort of the X12s, X16s, stuff like that. Some of the older style clubs. So I don't think that that's moved on, but it's nice to hit. The urethane definitely quiets the sound down, so that you get that feeling that it's not necessarily a cast club, but it's more forged in feeling. But when you catch it, it definitely goes. You like it? Right, let's try the other one. Right, so now we've got the Max, the Mavrik Max. Right, so again, this is kept the same shaft in, so kept it with the Elevate stiff 95 gram shaft. Now the Max is definitely it's even more offset than the other one, so this is going to be pitched at the kind of higher handicap and looking for maximum forgiveness. So you've got quite a thick sole on there to help get the ball up in the air. So the more weight underneath the horizon of the ball, that's going to get the ball popping up in the air, and also with the increased offset, it's going to make it that bit easier to hit. Put it down on the floor. Again, the top line is still quite thicker than what I would personally like to see. It is quite offset, so I'm expecting this one to kind of go high in the air. Let's see how it is. Yeah, very, very high. Launch angle at sort of 22 degrees. me spinning more or less where you want, but you're going to lose, for me, lose a bit of distance where I'm popping the ball up too much in the air. In comparison to the Mavrik, the other Mavrik iron. Yeah, again, so it's getting out there, sort of, edging towards total distance 170, but a definite loss in distance where you're hitting the ball that much higher. So slightly better flight on the Mavrik iron. Yeah, better distance on that one. Turned it over. I mean, out of the two, I'd definitely say that I prefer the standard Mavrik. But I probably prefer the Pro Series. So we'll do another video in a couple of weeks' time where I get the Pro Series on and take them out. This club's going to sit at about £750 a set. So it's there to compete with everything else that's in the market. Your G410s, whatever else. And it's a very, very good club. Extremely forgiving, nice to hit. I think the interesting thing is that it's the lofts on them. They're so strong that when I've looked at them, the sort of setup, so to have your 7-iron at 27 degrees, you're going to need much more than a 6-iron. And definitely, if you're looking at getting a set like this, the pitching wedge comes in. I think it was 41 degree. So you're going to need probably not only, if you're using the standard sand iron being at 56, you're probably not going to need just one, but you're going to need 2 wedges to fill that gap. So you're probably not going to put as many clubs at the top end. So are you going to need a 5-iron, or they're probably not going to need a 4-iron, but question whether you would need a 5-iron and then fill the gap in from the lower end of the set. They are very easy to hit and nice clubs, which is what you'd expect from Callaway. I definitely like them, I do. I'll be interested to try some of the other clubs that are coming out on the market in the next couple of weeks to sort of have a decent comparison. Listen guys, I hope that you like the video. We will be looking at these clubs again in the next couple of weeks' time, probably when the course dries out and we can actually get them out there and see what the flights and how they perform on the golf course. It's a bit of a shame that we had to be inside today, but there's not a lot we can do about that. If you like the video, please make sure that you subscribe. Feel free to leave any comments in the comments section down below. Give this video the thumbs up.